What's up, everyone? I'm going to show you 3 quick ways that you can start generating fully branded content with the latest generative AI models, and doing so across varying levels of autonomy and working with agents. So starting out, the most easy way and fastest way to generate images is in the sandbox. This is the main page. Once you're authenticated, all you have to do is go to the search models, and by default, it'll be able to detect that this is an image generation model. Once I've selected the Nano Banana Pro, it automatically shows us this folder icon, and in the dropdown, all of the brand kits are going to be there for you to select from. Once you select your brand kit, you'll see all of the brand assets, and you can select these as reference image. The sandbox or any of the chat inputs are to drag and drop images like this as reference, and you don't actually need to select a brand kit when generating images, but it's helpful when you want to reference and use your brand assets. So one super powerful use case is going to be creating visual assets in the create briefs, especially helpful for our video editors as we can provide them visual direction. Here's an example of different frames in a storyboard. So I provided the reference image by dragging and dropping it in the input, and I want to simply create a new scene for a creative brief. You're just going to trigger it like this, and then within less than 30 seconds, you'll get your output. So this is the fastest way to start generating images without having to need any setup. You don't need a brand kit. All you have to do is drag over your assets. Here's some examples of me generating visual assets inside of the sandbox. This is going to be the first method where I'm passing through different prompts. If you want to start generating in batches as well as start scheduling out some of your generations, what you're going to want to do is inside of the Agents tab, select the template for image generation right here. Quick image generation works perfectly fine. Important note too, you could always add image generation under the tools here, selectable under the agent tool modal. You could use this as a template, and then inside of the workflow canvas, you could specify which model you want to use. One thing that I'm often doing is I'm generating in batches, so that way it's not just one by one, especially if I'm confident in the prompt. You're going to want to go into the editing tool inside the canvas, and here you'll be able to specify the number of iterations configured in the loop. This is under configure loop settings, and you'll be able to select 1 through 10. So that way, anytime that you call this tool call, it's going to automatically default to generating 3 in this case. For a note too, the third way that you can generate images is fully through the workflow canvas. You don't need to have these associated with agents because image generation itself is set up as a sub-agent that can be added in the node palette here under sub-agents. So you could add this too inside the workflows. Workflows you can navigate to in your dashboard under growth tools, and then you could use a template or create from scratch. As you generate, whether it's 1, 3, or 10, you'll be able to see all of your generations here in a carousel that's easily able to navigate through and save. This example, this is a health digital product without any actual physical good. So we created some book call and CTA ads for a quiz. Inside of the image generation node, you still have the ability to select reference images for the brand kit. You also can switch between different image generation models. We have them available there. So whether it's generating quick B-roll, product e-commerce photos with the brand kit and brand assets, or just simple scene creation for storyboarding and creative strategy, you can do all of this in varying degrees of autonomy. And once you've configured an actual image generation tool call, you can actually set up a trigger. So every day, that batch of image generations is going to be provided to you in a net new version. And to do so, you create a trigger under the recurring schedule capabilities. And here you could set this to daily, weekly, or monthly. Say you want every single day to get a new batch of creatives for this brand, specific to these prompts that you know are winning, as well as providing reference images that are winning viral ads. Every single morning, you'll be able to get a new batch delivered to your email, as well as inside of your account, fully generated for your review. Here's the example that I wanted to show you. Once you've configured the loop and iteration count, every time that you trigger inside of the agent builder and select this tool call, just as I did so here, and also select brand assets for a specific brand kit, you can generate not just one at a time like in the sandbox, but 3, 5, 10 as you want. And that's configurable based on the tool call up to 10. And then it puts it into a nice gallery where you can obviously edit these further as needed. And they all are shown cleanly for you here inside of the chat assistant. There's many other powerful use cases. I showed you 3 in this video that I utilize on a day-to-day basis, combined with AI image generation and the latest Nano Banana Pro model. There's a lot of powerful workflows here to be unlocked. So I hope this video was clear to you on how you can start generating images within minutes using Growth Hub AI. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out, and please leave a like and comment below. It truly does help the channel out. And if you're not subscribed yet, click that button below. But I'll see you guys in the next one. It's Antonio. Peace out.